thought we were already on.
And
like,
welcome back to the Good Morning Show.
Having a full conversation, but he's like, and now we go.
We're if you're just joining us, we were talking about getting actual hosts in here to make the show better.
Right, which is definitely needed.
Dan Howell, well, he went pro. You know, he got called up to the big
league. He went all the way. Dan Howell went the entire way, all the way to the state rep.
Natural stepping stone, I guess, there to go through the local TV.
He went the roundabout way. He went like actual TV star, local TV star, government. That's how it should be.
Yeah, he had to come back and reconnect.
It feels weird when I first got here and I was out in the hallway and I went live with people because I was kind of lonely and scared. I kept like peeking through the window. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be here. I texted Karen, the promoter. I was like, what? I don't know what's going on. And I was out there and I texted Adam and told him, I guess I'm like super spoiled because when I'm in here, everybody's always here. So when I'm here and nobody's here, I get frightened.
Yeah.
Like frightened and alone. I'm the small child of WTMB.
Speaking of Adam, is he going to do the Dan Howells? Is that why he's interested in TV right now? Because he eventually wants to be governor.
That's what he's going to do. I think he'll eventually be governor.
I think
Governor Adam Lowe.
Hey, we've had those conversations off the air, right?
That we believe in?
Governor Lowe.
But speaking of him, he owns the venue where the show is.
Yes, one of the sponsors for the show and the location.
Yeah.
Venue Creekside tomorrow night, 8:00. Doors open at 7, I believe.
Question mark.
Yeah.
And Rob is one of
question mark?
I think
it's 7:30 or doors.
7:30ish.
7:30 or doors, and then Cole goes on not long after doors open. I think we go on about 8:15ish, somewhere in that neighborhood.
We had Cole in here yesterday for a pre-tape, and we'll roll that interview after this one.
He's talented, dude.
Yeah. And Summer Shavon is going to have to call in. She's hurt her back. So, Rob, you're the headliner today.
It's a big day.
Yeah.
That's more than I was prepared for.
Right.
I've already gone live on my own Facebook. Now we're the headliner of the Good Morning Cleveland.
Yep.
Like, where do you go from here?
I don't know.
We're into early retirement. The whole band needs to start ruining their lives quickly.
Well, this is a good start being on this show.
Hey, listen, we ruined our lives long before, like way long before this.
Has that been a common theme with a lot of the musicians that come through here? I'm just kidding.
I would probably say so.
So tell us about the band. It's Rob Alderman and Rob Alderman. Can we say local celebrity? Is that fair enough?
You know, man, I don't dig. It's funny. That's like, you know how things are like ironic to hate or to pick on. Like, I think like it's the fun thing in town for people to say this is local celebrity Rob Alderman.
Yeah,
it makes me feel uncomfortable, but people like to do it, and I think what it really means is if you're watching this show and you don't know me, then you haven't been paying attention. It's not about like being a celebrity, but I've been here a while. Is the thing, and I've been like doing media a while, like not just playing music or whatever. But, like on various radio shows.
And you're involved behind the scenes on a lot of different things too that people don't know about with your agency.
Right, and you know this is the truth. If you want to know like a truly interesting thing is the reason that I'm actually well known in Cleveland is that when I graduated from college, my first job was at the Blockbuster, and that was at the height of Blockbuster. And so, like, I worked the normal shift when everyone from town came into Blockbuster. Yeah. And so, like, for a long time, people would say, like, don't I know you? I would say, yeah, you know, I play in Bigger Than Dallas. And they would say, no, you're the Blockbuster guy, right? That's actually, so, like, when people say local celebrity, what they really mean is former Blockbuster employee, I think.
So if Rob runs into you in town and acts a little bit strange, it may be because he knows your viewing habits.
That could be.
Yeah,
there are some people. Yeah. There are some people here in town. We know. Look right there. We know. Yeah. We know what you know. Lucky for you, Blockbuster went out of business.
Right.
But that's so it's funny to be called that. But I guess at some point, like I made the decision to call Cleveland my home, and when I was in college, I was playing music constantly, and so trying to be a celebrity was a thing I wanted back then. So now this is like the irony. You know, the irony is like, welcome to local Cleveland celebrity. Like, I'm like, that's like further proof of my failure. But I actually like to tell you about this band is I love it. And it's full of musicians that I've played with in general for years, off and on with. They're extremely talented. Almost everybody in the band has been put out records or been signed or done something at one point or another that was
Nice.
like really impressive, and they're all much better musicians than I am, which is like rule one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to surround myself with people who are more talented and can put up with me, but they're truly kind people, and that's
Mm-hmm.
like sort of where I'm at in life now, is that nobody's really trying to get signed or go on tour full time or anything like that. What we really want to do is make music that
Sure.
we really enjoy, and the practices are a blast. You know, the rehearsals are a good time, and the live shows have been really well received. So I want to say that, like, thank you to everybody's come out to shows so far. We've played a couple, and sort of the genesis is I used to just do 2 shows a year.
Mm-hmm.
For several years, I would play one in the spring, I'd play one in the winter. Just because with everything else going on, it just took so much to feel like I was prepared for a show. And everybody who's in the band now had been saying, like, I wish we played more shows. And I did too, but just I didn't want to pressure them,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, like, everybody's married and has kids and has jobs and careers. And if there's a guy actually he grew up here named Aaron Robinson, and on one of my posts the other day I posted that music was a hobby, and he flipped out, and he's probably watching this right now. So hear me, Aaron, I'm not saying it's a hobby. He was like, that devalues what you actually do, and I think he's right? And I think, like, that's kind of like the whole point of what we're doing now is, yeah, we all have careers and we all have kids and wives, and we're very happy with our lives, but the music that we're making isn't devalued. You know, we're fully a band as well, even if we're not on tour, we're not trying to get signed or anything like that. And
I guess if you
you know,
are into that, creativity and talent, it would be, I'm more into where you have a music label that puts together people by
Sure.
looks and then
Yeah.
just adds the music later.
yeah, that's
So-
good. Well, I mean, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know how good the music will be, but
Right.
But you'll make a lot of money. We're really enjoying it, and actually, it's been really nice. I make fun of the local Cleveland celebrity thing because it does make you feel weird, but it's a funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it's also super kind. Everybody has been so, just so kind about the shows and complimentary about the music, and we've been booking really better shows than what I think we would have expected. And we're pretty much booked all the way through December, playing a few shows a month in general.
Nice.
And so we went from playing 2 a year to a couple a month, and it feels good. It's fun.
That's cool.
You know.
Any road trips in the future here? Like you're going to go down to Chattanooga or Dalton, one of
we've
those
got
big
some
cities?
stuff lined up. Well, we got some stuff lined up in Chattanooga and Atlanta. I'd
Okay.
like to play some stuff in Nashville. And then I just made some connections. I was in Lexington with my wife. We did like this mini convention vacation where we went out there
Yep.
for a few days. And I met some really cool people who are really nerdy like I am, but also love their local music scene. And they're kind of working to maybe have us come to Lexington. But I don't think, like, for us, the goal isn't necessarily touring or
Right.
like broadening our scope. We're going to go in the studio in June and record a few songs with Brandon Guyton, and we're really excited about that. So we just want to record stuff and write stuff that we like. And if we go to Lexington or Nashville or Atlanta or Chattanooga, it's to hang out with musicians that we like and play shows that we want to play. It's not really about our renown or, selling records or anything like that,
Yeah, that's cool. That's the way to do it, I think. You do what you want to do and play what you
Yeah.
want to play, and then you enjoy.
I've been enjoying like a media renaissance in my own life. I mostly like cut out Netflix this year.
Oh, yeah?
So I quit binging Netflix, and instead I go to the movies at the movie theater every Tuesday night. And so like the way I've started to consume media is important. I also haven't purchased any albums digitally in 2017 either. I said if there's a vinyl record available, I'll get the vinyl instead. And it's been interesting to slow myself down in the way that I consume media, to actually drive to the movie theater and see a film with my friends in person instead of like sitting on my couch and binging like 10 shows at a time.
Right.
And then, the necessity of like listening to a record and sitting near it instead of like doing things.
And having to
and
get
going,
up when it stops playing
that's
and
right.
turn it
Yeah,
up.
flip the record over. I'm not saying like that's a better way, but like maybe it's a better way for me. And I feel
Yeah,
like
I can see
that's
that.
what we're doing. So like as a band, we've already decided, when we record in June, we're going to release it on vinyl.
Okay.
We won't release it as a CD or anything. Like we'll never print a CD. Or at least I'll never print a CD again if I can help it. You know. And so I think that's where I'm at in life. It's like slowing down and enjoying. You know, like a good cup of coffee is better than just a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for me, like how I listen to an album is important. Like I hope that comes through in the show tomorrow, too, with everything. You know,
Sure.
like I hope like people feel like we really know ourselves. I think that's we feel like we know ourselves, and you may hate it, like you out there in TV world or radio world, like you may hate what I'm about to play, but like we really enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, like you're with us, that sort of a thing, you know. And if you're not, like that's cool, you're with somebody else.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what music is. Everybody loves something.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that's trying to be vanilla that drives you crazy.
Right. Yeah, I was warming up before this, and I was like thinking, man, I don't sound good. Like Cole is such a good singer, and Summer's such a good singer, and they're excellent musicians. And I was like warming up my voice, and I was like, but it's my voice, you know. And it's like the thing
Sure.
I'm gonna say. And we were talking as a band coming on here about a little bit about like what songs to play here, and I said, well, I want to play the songs that are acoustic. I don't want to take the songs that we play that are electric and do an acoustic version, right? Like I would rather get on here today and play some stuff that is meant to be heard this way, and just tell you when you come to the show tomorrow, like there's very little of this. There's a lot more of a loud band tomorrow, you know.
Well, what songs will you be playing today in studio?
I'm going to play a song that we've been doing at shows called Time. And then I decided, with absolutely no permission of anyone in my band or myself, to play a brand new song called Ghosts that I just wrote that I think only 2 members of the band have even heard. So I'm going to do a song called Time, which we do live, and then a song called Ghosts that will or won't be recorded or played live. I don't really know.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, what we're going to do real quick, on TV Land, I'm going to run an ad. It's going to give us about a minute and a half.
That's cool.
But we're going to stay live on the stream here.
Cool.
And we'll reset. If you don't mind, kind of scoot back a little bit, though.
Yeah.
And face that way a little bit more. And here,
This one?
You can do Representative.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll
Is that
be
where you
right
want me
back.
to be? This
Yeah.
is where you want me to be?
There's lots of better things that I could do. Ain't gonna hang my head, ain't gonna wish I was dead, ain't gonna cry no more over you.
Welcome back to the studio. We have live Rob Alderman. Take it away, sir.
You really meant it. Like when you say mic's up, you're all the way.
All the way.
This is about one of the best days I ever had. Melancholy eyes took me by surprise, and Don't you think it's clever if we dress up like spies? And could you be so kind to walk the finest line? I promise it won't hurt, dear, if we go back in time. I'd be fine if you were mine. Time, 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 time. Riding on a train, sleeping in the rain. Would you like to dine at the Mexican cafe? And do you think you'd like if we went for a hike? Would you stay up late, dear, to watch an episode of Psych? I'd be fine if you were mine. Time, 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 time. I'd be fine if you were mine. Time, 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 time.
Excellent. Excellent job.
Clap, but I would be the only one. It'd be awkward.
That's okay. That's all right.
I slow clap.
And out in the internet land, they condemned me by typing on their phones.
Very nice.
All right.
Thanks.
And I believe you you had one more that you wanted to play. Is this
Yeah.
is this the new one?
Yeah, this is nobody's heard this ever.
Oh, is there a story behind it?
I think
You want it long?
yeah, no, it's not a super long story behind it, but I become super fascinated with the idea of people who are so independently rooted in themselves, right? Like they're not given to every breeze that blows by, right? They're like fiercely who they are. And in particular, this song is about a person that I know who is the most northern person probably that I know. And being from the north is interesting. Being down here, I remember when I first moved here, I had such culture shock. I felt like everything was in slow motion, right? Everything, because where I came from was fast, and it felt like everything here was maybe. I want to say like glossed over. Like there's this glossed overness of the South that didn't exist, at least in my town in the North. I'm not saying like that's 100% true of North and South, or that, you know, I'm not saying Southern people are fake or Northern people are real, but it felt that way, at least to me, for years. But over time, like I came to really embrace being here, right? And what's interesting is that this person, she'll be Northern till the day she dies here. Like there's no assimilation. There's no, right? And it's when she writes about the people back home or the experiences that she had back home, it takes me right there. And I'm fascinated by those kind of people, right? Like they go to a different place, but they stay unchanged in a sense, right? And so I think when you know that little bit, the song probably makes a lot of sense. It's called Ghosts.
All right, sir, take it away.
She left Indiana for the hills of Tennessee, following a boy. And some days when she's honest, as she right prefers to be, she feels a bit annoyed. She don't need to sit at your table. She brought her own friends. When you travel with ghosts, you're never alone. You're always unstable. When you travel with ghosts, you're never alone. You can't make amends. She's vocal 'cause she's different. She never settles in. She isn't playing coy. They hate her 'cause she's Catholic, and they hate her 'cause she's weird. They hate her for her joy. She don't need to sit at your table. She brought her own friends. When you travel with ghosts, you're never alone. You're always unstable. When you travel with ghosts, you're never alone. You can't make amends. When you travel with ghosts, she travels with ghosts. When you travel with ghosts, when you travel with ghosts. She came from Indiana to the hills of Tennessee, following a boy. You can have more of that Saturday. But not really this, because whole band, electric. So.
That's right.
It'll be fuller.
Yeah. So, the will be Rob Alderman, and the unfortunate return will be Saturday at Tennessee live from the venue Creekside. Doors at 7? Show
I
at
think
8.
it's 7:30.
Maybe
Like,
7:30.
if you show up at 7:30,
we
want
to line out the door.
Don't miss Cole.
Yeah, we want
Right.
to line out the door. So
If you show up at 7, you're just eager.
yes,
There's nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with
I'll
being
be there at
eager.
7. I'll hang out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we'll be there at 7. We'll be there at 5.
we'll be there
Yeah, I'll
way
be
early.
there. Like what? 5:36.
We'll be mad
Got a
early.
sound check and such.
Yeah.
So cool. Well,
Hey
we
guys, thanks for having me.
yeah, absolutely. So stick with us. We're going to run a few commercials, and then we also have a pre-recorded interview from Cole Sitzler, who will
he's
also
next.
be on Tennessee Live coming up Saturday. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Ain't gonna cry no more, ain't gonna pace my floor. There's lots of better things that I could do.